All right, squad, buckle up because we have some absolutely massive breaking news for Wuthering Waves today. I am not even kidding, the information pipeline is flowing, and we just got served the next piece of the puzzle for the 2.8 update. You guys remember yesterday when we broke down the drip marketing for Chisa? Well, as predicted, the devs weren't done. They just dropped the official reveal for the other character joining the roster, and it's finally confirmation for a character a lot of you have been waiting for, BULING. That's right, the mystery is over. We now have the full picture for new characters in 2.8, and that includes our first new 4-star character in what feels like an eternity. So in this video, we are going to do a deep dive into everything BULING. We're talking her drip marketing lore, what we think her element and weapon are based on current speculation, and most importantly, what this all means for the 2.8 banner order. The full 2.8 drip marketing is out, so the banner speculation can officially begin. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, if you're as hyped about WuWa as I am, you gotta make sure you're in the loop. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss a single update. I want to know your plans down in the comments after you see all this. With Chisa and BULING both confirmed, who are you saving your polls for in 2.8? Let me know if you're on Team Chisa or Team BULING for this patch. But before we jump into the rest of the events, a quick word from today's sponsor. Lootbar.gg is a site that gives you big discounts on your in-game purchases. Let's take Wuthering Waves as an example. You can actually see the price difference right away when you compare. The process is super simple. Pick the pack you want, click Top Up, choose your payment method, and that's it. Your rewards show up right on your account. And don't worry, your login info is completely cleared after the transaction, so it's safe. New users can get up to 21% off plus additional discount coupons from the link in the description. And yes, first-time top-up bonuses are available as well. All right, let's stop with the preamble and get right into the good stuff. The moment we've all been waiting for is finally here. BULING's official drip marketing. We have been speculating about this character for months, ever since she had those little cameo appearances way back in the 2.4 story. From the moment she showed up, the community was like, who is she? When can we play her? And now, today, we have the official confirmation that BULING is indeed a playable character, and she's slated for release in the 2.8 version update. Let's go! First things first, let's break down the actual drip marketing info and see what it tells us about her. The biggest takeaway, and I know this is huge for a lot of players, is that she is a 4-star character. Let me just confirm that real quick. If you compare her art to the Chisa drip from yesterday, you'll see Chisa has the 5 stars clearly displayed under her name. BULING's art, only 4 stars. So it's confirmed she's a 4-star. Now, onto the flavor text. This is where we get the juicy lore. It says she's a Black Shores consultant, known as the Spirit Chaser Taoist, who wanders around investigating and sharing stories about strange and mysterious phenomena. To fund her travels, she's a master of fortune-telling and other divination arts. She sells talismans and offers her services, which she sees as a form of guidance for people who need it. This is a massive hint for her gameplay, by the way. She's literally holding a talisman in her drip art, so you can bet your bottom dollar that those talismans are going to be central to her attack animations. She'll probably be throwing them like spells, or using them to channel her powers. It's not just a fashion accessory. The lore goes even deeper. It talks about her resonance ability, which lets her pick up sounds that are completely imperceptible to other people. She has this exceptional sensitivity to reverberations and frequencies. The description paints a cool picture. She takes off her headphones, listens while holding her breath, and then starts murmuring and tapping her thumb against her fingers as if she's receiving an answer. Then, boom! Thunder crashes and lightning flashes, and all evils are expelled. How cool is that? So, we've got the lore. Now, for the million-dollar question, what is her element and weapon? This has been a topic of hot debate. For the longest time, a lot of us thought she might be a spectacle user, maybe with gauntlets. But the recent speculation, and it's pretty strong speculation, is pointing in a different direction. The current theory crafting community is leaning towards BULING being an electro-element character who wields a rectifier. That's right, an electro-rectifier, and her presumed role is that of a support character. So, to recap the current prediction, 4-star electro-rectifier support. Now, a quick disclaimer, this is still speculation. As I mentioned in my Chisa video last night, we should be getting a third wave of drip marketing very soon, where they officially show us the element and weapon icons. They always do this. They reveal the character art first, and then a little later they drop the post with the elemental and weapon symbols. So we will have 100% confirmation on this soon, but for now, the evidence is pointing heavily towards Electro Rectifier. So, we've covered the drip marketing and the element/weapon speculation. The confirmation of BULING as a 4-star is a massive deal. I want to take a moment to let that sink in. It has been nearly a full year since the last new 4-star was added to the game. I'm not exaggerating. The last one was all the way back in the 1.4 version update. So for all you players who have been wanting some new, more accessible characters to add to your teams, this is a huge W. And that, my friends, perfectly segues into the next big topic of this video, the 2.8 banner order. This is where things get strategic. When the developers release a new 5-star and a new 4-star in the same patch, they have a specific pattern they like to follow. They tend to separate the new characters into different phases of the update. What does this mean? It most likely means that BULING will not be a featured 4-star on Chisa's banner in the first phase. Instead, she will be the featured 4-star on the rerun banner in the second phase. This is a crucial piece of info for anyone who wants BULING, but isn't necessarily interested in the concurrent rerun character. Trying to snipe a specific 4-star character can be a dangerous game, because you might end up spending a ton of pulls and even risk your pity on a 5-star you don't want. So, plan your pulls carefully. Based on the pattern from the last time we got new 4-stars, this is almost certainly how it will play out. We get one new 5-star in the first phase, and the new 4-star debuts in the second phase. So, looking at the drip marketing order, Chisa was revealed first and is the only new 5-star. This confirms she is the headlining act for 2.8 and will launch in Phase 1. BULING, following the established pattern, will then be the star of the Phase 2 banners. But wait, that leads to the next big question. If BULING is in Phase 2, which characters are getting a rerun alongside her? And what about the other rerun in Phase 1 with Chisa? Alright, let's break down the rerun situation. We are currently in the 2.7 update, which is bringing back Lupa in Phase 1 and Zanny in Phase 2. Before that, in 2.6, we got Chiakona. So, looking at the timeline, there is a very strong possibility we see a Gian rerun soon, as he's a fan favorite who is well overdue. However, that doesn't mean we can't see a return for earlier characters. A Phoebe rerun is always a possibility, and a major contender for a spot is Cardia. Think about it. She's the only character from the 2.4 era who hasn't had a single rerun yet. We've already had returns for 2.3 characters. We have Zani coming now for 2.7. We just had Chakor, and Lupa is returning. Cardia is the last one left from that cycle. That said, there's a compelling argument that they might be saving a big hitter like Cardia for the monumental 3.0 version update to really drive hype. She is, without a doubt, one of the most hyped characters to ever release in Wuthering Waves. So, what's the current word on the street? The new information and community consensus seems to be pointing towards reruns for both Phoebe and Gian in the 2.8 update. Let me be super clear here. The only things that are 100% confirmed via drip marketing are the new characters, Chisa and BULING. The reruns are always subject to change until the official livestream. I'm just telling you what the most likely scenarios are based on the current patterns and speculation. For the actual, no doubt about it confirmation on the rerun banners, we are unfortunately going to have to wait a little longer. They typically reveal the full banner lineup during the 2.8 version update special livestream, which usually happens about 1 to 2 weeks before the update itself drops. And since we're still at the very beginning of the 2.7 update, we've got a bit of a wait ahead of us. But you know I've got you covered. The second any solid news about the reruns leaks or is officially announced, I'll be right here on this channel with a new video to update you all. So there you have it, everyone. The 2.8 update is locked in. Chisa and BULING are coming. One brand new, hype 5-star, and one long-awaited, brand new 4-star. I know a lot of the hype train is rightfully focused on Chisa. She looks incredible. But I want to give a shout out to all the BULING enjoyers out there. Let me see you in the comments. I'm gonna put a Team Chisa and Team BULING check-in down below. Let's see which character has more people excited. If you enjoyed this quickfire news coverage, let me know. I always try to get these drip marketing videos out to you within the hour of them dropping, and any other WuWa news to you within the day. If you appreciate that, hitting that like button and subscribing really helps the channel out. Stay tuned because I'll be doing more videos to cover the 2.8 characters in depth once we get their full kits revealed. And since they've started hinting at the 3.0 region, oh, the speculation is about to get wild. But for now, that's all I've got. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.